Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financipation. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, I give you a six-figure MBA level worth of investing and financial knowledge for free here on YouTube. And the things that people typically spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn or whatever, I give it to you for free here on this channel. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Kilico Solutions. They are basically the ones who do all the phenomenal digital marketing for Financipation. They're the ones who do my website, and they're also the ones who create these very cool graphics that you're seeing or whatever bouncing around right now. So they're the best in the business at meeting all of your digital needs. So thank you, Kilico Solutions, because you guys are basically bringing it, and I appreciate that. Please hit that notification button. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and let's get it in. Let's get it in. I got a question, everybody, from one of my listeners. I want to kind of read it to you all, and I think it kind of hits home with a lot of the things that are kind of going on right now, and it's actually a question I hear a lot. So here we go. Chris, I follow your channel and I have 3 kids. My oldest is 15, my middle child is 12, my youngest is 10. My oldest child is saying that she wants to go to college and she's thinking about it, but I'm going to be honest with you, Chris, college today is very expensive. And when I see a lot of my older cousins and some of my other older nieces and nephews who are going to college and all the debt that they have, I'm kind of curious, is college still worth it today? What are your thoughts on college, Chris? Is it worth it? And if so, what majors do you think are worth it? So as I answer this question, I want you to go to, first and foremost, I want you to go to fidelity.com. That's fidelity.com, charlesschwab.com, or vanguard.com. And I want you to open a 529 college savings account for your child, or open a UTMA or a custodial account. And the reason why is because both of these types of accounts are essentially tax efficient accounts that give you some form of tax credits or whatever for sending your kids to college or whatever. And these tax credits can come in the form of significantly faster savings that you can invest in certain types of mutual funds, which allows the funds to save faster, or flat out the federal government, which is literally legit give you a tax credit for saving into that. And these tax credits are generally much better than just putting $100 every month into like a Wells Fargo account at Bank of America. So that's the first thing. You need to go to Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard and open a 529 or a custodial savings account. Secondly, I want you to buy the book Scholarships, The Golden Road to Free Money, because that book systematically walks you through how to send your 15-year-old to college for free. And then third, also say this as well, pick the right major. And when I say the right major, the majors that stand out, when I do all my research pretty much about what college degrees are worth it, it's simple: science, technology, engineering, mathematics, healthcare, law, and finance. If you get a degree in one of those 7 majors, you will literally always have a job. So the first reason why I say you should basically get a degree in science and STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, healthcare, law, or finance, is that it's much better pay. So according to CNBC.com, according to Glassdoor.com, and according to Financipedia.com or whatever, the 5 highest majors pretty much for the bachelor's degrees, the 5 most lucrative college majors with a bachelor's degree are mechanical engineering, which is at $85,000, architectural engineering, which is at $90,000, aerospace engineering, which is at $100,000. The median income for an IT professional is $85,000, and the average median income for an actuarial mathematician is $150,000. So those are the 5 most lucrative college majors with just a bachelor's degree. Not bad, not bad. They're in STEM. Lawyers, according to salary.com, the average median income for a lawyer is $90,000. Doctors, according to Investopedia.com, the average median income for a family medical doctor is $205,000, and the average salary of a cardiologist and a neurosurgeon is $750,000. Now, obviously, with medical school and everything, you're going to go into a significantly large amount of debt if you don't apply for scholarships or get some kind of grants. You're going to go into a large amount of debt to get these to go to med school and everything and get your residency. But once you come out, if you're making $700,000 a year, $200,000 a year, you eventually will be stacking generational paper. It's as simple as that. Look at college people as an investment, not a liability, especially if you get the right major. Nurses, let's keep going down the line. According to Glassdoors.com, nurses, it varies by state, but on average, the average RN in America makes $80,000 a year. A nurse anesthetist, which is an extra 3 years of school, on average makes $200,000 a year. So during COVID, I know traveling nurses that made over $20,000 per month. So nursing, that's another one. If you get a degree in nursing, you're pretty much set for life. Next, let's go to finance and financial advisors. According to Investopedia, it varies by region, but according to a study done in 2022, the average median salary of a financial manager is $155,000 a year. That's real money, people. Next, let's go to science. The average median salary for a biomedical scientist is $120,000. The average median salary for a research scientist, according to Investopedia, is $145,000. So once again, if college costs on average over a 4-year period, $92,000 for in-state college and $156,000 for out-of-state college, if you're making $100,000 a year, if you're making $145,000 a year, if you're making $85,000 a year, that's a good investment because you're going to pay off your student loans very quickly, particularly if you live within your means or whatever, you get a roommate and you basically don't go out and start buying expensive cars. The next reason why I say getting a degree in science, technology, engineering, math, healthcare, law, or finance is a phenomenal investment is because of the unemployment rates. You are essentially a recession proof if you get a degree in engineering. I have a mechanical engineering degree. I get a job offer literally every week, and it's across multiple industries. And if you are an engineer, these are pretty much what the unemployment rates are for you. Okay, the average mechanical engineer in America has an unemployment rate of 1.1%. At the time I'm recording this, unemployment is at 5.6%. The average electrical engineer has an unemployment rate of 1%. The average aerospace engineer has an unemployment rate of 1.2%. The average scientist in America has an unemployment rate of 2.5%. The average nurse in America has an unemployment rate of 2.6%. The average CRNA in America has an unemployment rate of 0.6%. The average medical doctor has an unemployment rate of 0.7%. The average healthcare professional has an unemployment rate of less than 1.5%. The average lawyer in America has an unemployment rate of 1.1%. And the average finance major or / financial planner has an unemployment rate of 0.8%. In other words, people, if you get a degree, once again, in STEM, you are literally always going to have a job. And as a mechanical engineer, I can say this once again, I literally get job offers every week to work in a different part of the world. So you are always going to have a job if you have a degree in STEM. Next, you get immediate respect from your peers. Yes, I know it sounds shallow, but as simple as this. When you can walk into a church, a bar, a club, some kind of networking event or whatever, and you say, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a mechanical engineer, I'm a financial advisor, there's a certain level of respect that your peers will give you because they know for a fact, okay, this person is very disciplined. And if anything, if I put them in a setting, they can learn anything. And honestly, ma'am, that's a very good thing for you, for your daughter to have, okay? Another thing I love about, I talked about this earlier, it gives you a type of fluidity across the industries once you get a degree in STEM. The thing I love about being a mechanical engineer, once again, is that I get job offers pretty much in so many different types of fields or whatever. I've worked in the HVAC industry. I've worked essentially as a building inspector. I've worked as a construction superintendent. I've got job offers to work on the finance side of things. I've worked for law firms as a forensic depositions expert. The list goes on and on. As a person who holds a degree in STEM, you literally always get job offers, and it gives you a type of skill set that people know that I can teach this person anything. Next, before I go any further, everybody, please hit that notification button so you know when I drop new content. Please hit that like button. Please share the video. Please comment. Please subscribe. It helps the algorithm, and I thoroughly enjoy giving you free content, okay? Next, another thing that I love about STEM, and this is something that also I want you to kind of go on to with your child, is that it breaks down different stereotypes. I think you said earlier that your 15-year-old is a daughter. Well, I can say this, as being a Black male in engineering, I don't see a lot of women, period, in my field at all. Ma'am, regardless of what color your skin is, seeing a female in a position of power as an engineer is a very powerful thing to see. Seeing a female as a medical doctor is very powerful. Seeing a female basically commanding a courtroom in a law office is extremely powerful. So another good thing too I love about STEM is that your 15-year-old daughter, her basically being in STEM is going to break down a lot of ignorant stereotypes that certain types of men particularly have about women, okay? Next, something else that you're going to also find about STEM is that it gives you extreme pride in what you do. If you are, for instance, a medical doctor like Dr. Kizzmekia Corbett, that's the female African-American scientist or whatever that created the COVID vaccine. She literally created a vaccine that has saved billions of people's lives all around the world. That has to feel good. The doctors and scientists, once again, who also figured out the cure for polio and tuberculosis, think how good that made them feel. The mechanical engineers that created things like the MRI machine, artificial limbs, the internet, things like that, it literally changed the world for the better. So STEM gives you an extreme pride in what you do, and I'll keep going down the list. African Americans like Thurgood Marshall, that gentleman helped end those racist. He basically put in practice and got the process started to end those racist Jim Crow laws that ultimately ended segregation and brought us things like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So as an engineer, as a scientist, as a technology major, as a mathematician or whatever, as a medical doctor, you literally get to change the world for the better. And that's what I love about it. And as I said earlier, you will literally always have a job as a mechanical engineer or whatever. We can work in NASA, we can work for Lockheed Martin, we can work for Sikorsky, we can work for Pratt and Whitney, we can work for Wall Street, we can work in the construction industry, we can work for private developers, we can work for the Department of Defense, Department of Energy, Tesla, Google, the list goes on and on. If you get an engineering degree, people, you literally can work in so many different fields. And that's what I love about STEM. So when you become a scientist, when you become an engineer, when you become a lawyer, when you become a mathematician or a doctor, you literally change the world for the better. And you will always, always, always have people calling you, asking can you come work for them, and they will always be willing to pay you more than who your current employer is paying you. And I'm not even talking about the entrepreneurial aspects, because if you want to become an entrepreneur and you have a medical degree, if you want to become an entrepreneur and you have a PE license as an engineer, you want to become an entrepreneur and you're a lawyer, the world is literally yours. So in closing, ma'am, thank you for this question. Once again, this channel, Financipation, is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth, and it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. When you ask me what the best college degrees are or whatever, and what your daughter's studying when she gets to college, once again, I'm recommending science, technology, engineering, math, healthcare, law, or finance, because one, the pay is very high. We're among the highest paid people in the world, in America, with bachelor's and master's degrees. Two, the unemployment is extremely low or whatever. It allows you to build those careers, and those majors allow you to build generational wealth. You get a lot of value basically from going to work every day, because you're literally helping the world become a better place. And then on top of that, one of the things I love the most about it is that you get to literally see your work in progress. I can drive literally up and down I-95 highway on the East Coast. I can cruise out of certain cities. I can fly into certain cities, and I can literally point out all the buildings that I helped basically build or whatever in these cities and completely transform the skylines. I can literally go to different court documents of all the different things that I basically, in depositions that I've kind of helped do to, I would say, make the world a safer place or whatever. I'll say it that way. So in closing, everybody, I'll just say this. If you choose the right major, college can be one of the best investments of your life. Please follow me, everybody, on Instagram, @thereal_Financipation. My Facebook page is Financipation. You can check out some of my digital, my e-products below as well. I have a financial blog that's gonna be coming out soon. And if you want to get a one-on-one session as far as me kind of walking you through different ways that I have helped my family and I build generational wealth, the link is below. With that, everybody, it's your boy Chris. Please hit that notification bell. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Thank you, everybody, and have a good one, okay? It's your boy Chris. I'm out. Peace.